What's up, guys? It's Terror, and I have a little commentary for you guys. It's an array free-for-all, and it is about 6 minutes. It's 6 minutes and 1 second long. It's a sniping gameplay. It's 30 and 6. I didn't think that it was that good, but it gets good at parts, so I decided that I might as well use it. Um, I have part of it sped up. The boring parts are sped up pretty much, as far as I know. I'm trying to shorten my commentaries because that makes it less boring for you guys, and it also makes it A, less boring for me to watch over and over and over again, and B, makes my commentaries shorter. And what'll happen is if I commentate for 10 minutes or so, I might end up becoming monotone. So that's why I decided that I'd fast forward them. So today, I decided that instead of doing just a normal commentary, I'd tell a story. And this story took place this summer in August. I was at my dad's house. For those of you who don't know, my parents are divorced, and me and him were in his pool. He built the pool from scratch, pretty much. Like, he dug the hole, because our whole backyard's pretty much like a hill. So he dug a big hole in the middle of the hill, and put an in-ground pool in it. And the pool's about, I don't know, 6 feet deep, 5 feet, 6 feet deep probably. Yeah, it's like 6 feet deep. So when we were little, we taught ourselves how to swim. Well, at least I did. I fell in it so much that I just taught myself how to swim. I remember one time we came back from dinner, and I was walking along the sides of it because it has like panels around it so that you can walk around it, that are enclosed by a fence, I guess. But anyways, so I was walking around that, and I was in like jeans. I had a jacket on, I had my tennis shoes on, and I was just walking. And all of a sudden, I just had fallen in. So my sister and my dad and my mom had all laughed at me. I was like 4 or 5, probably. So my dad ended up having to go in and get me out, but that was definitely one of the times that I had fallen in and had to learn to actually swim. So now on to the main story. Back in August, this summer, me and my dad were swimming in a pool. We were just messing around. We had like these paddle things and these like, what would it be? It's like a baseball, and then there's like 2 mitts, except it's like made for water. So so if it's wet, it's sticky, pretty much. So we were playing with that for a little while, and then we have a pool pump that's about 3 foot. It's a 3 foot tube, and the diameter of it is, you could probably fit a golf ball in it. And you can like move it around the pool and suck stuff off the bottom with it. But normally we just connect tubes to it and connect it to one of those little, what would they be called? Those little pet things that crawl around on the bottom and suck up all like green bacteria and whatnot on the bottom. So, yeah, so there's this tube, and my dad thought that it would be a great idea for him to put his nipple on it. So he put his nipple on it, and was putting a little bit of pressure on it. So me and him were just laughing our asses off. And then all of a sudden, what'll happen is if the pump, like if leaves get backed up in it, the pressure of it makes it suck harder. So because it was around his whole entire nipple pretty much, it started sucking harder. So he all of a sudden went from laughing to like screaming. He only was screaming for about 10 seconds, and then I got it off of him. But it was so funny. It's been, what's today? It's February, so that's like what, 6, 7 months, and his nipple is still bruised. Yeah, at that time, it was just like the funniest thing ever. So we got about a minute left. So I'll go ahead and talk about me and my dad's relationship. Me and my dad, we're like the exactly same people, just in different eras. If you were to see pictures of him when he was young, you would think it was me. There's a picture of him, like when you go to like a circus or something, and there's guys that like draw portraits of you. He got one done when he was a young guy, and it looks exactly like me now. So whenever people come over, we'll be like, "Who is that?" And they'll be like, "Well, that's you." It's like, no, it's actually my dad. And then they're like, "Oh," and then we bust out all the photo albums and whatnot, and everybody sees how closely we look like twins, pretty much. So yeah, me and him are really close. He's got a very high sense of humor, and so do I. Now that I'm older, he can tell me all his little dirty jokes, and I can tell him all mine. So that's definitely a positive. His birthday was the other day, and he just turned 50. So that's sort of like, he's 50 and I'm 16. I turned 17 in June. So he was pretty old when they had me. I'm the youngest kid. Sadly, I have two other sisters. One's 20, and the other one we don't really talk to very much. And she's 20 something or other. She just got involved with drugs and like a cocaine addict boyfriend, and he went to jail, so it just went downhill from there. So that's me and my dad's relationship. This is the end of the gameplay. It is 30-6. Comment, rate, subscribe. More videos to come.